If you search compact keywords on Google, compact keywords is my SEO course. If you search it on Google, between positions 2 and 3, 2 on mobile, 3 on desktop, there is an FAQ snippet. And I noticed something. I said, that's really cool that Google is doing this because it creates a lot of opportunity for brands to shorten sales cycles by having people read positive things about them, by controlling your own narrative, controlling your own destiny. That's what we're talking about on this episode of the show, controlling your destiny with SEO. So between positions 2 and 3 for compact keywords is this FAQ snippet. And Google is trying to predict questions that people will have about my method of SEO, my compact keywords method of SEO. Google is trying to predict questions that people will have about this method and just about compact keywords. It's a people also ask snippet. And the top is, what are compact keywords? And then it says, let's break it down. Compact keywords are hyper-specific, easy to rank for, require 400 to 500 words per page, don't need many backlinks, work for SEO and AI chatbots, get traffic from people ready to buy, and that's just the surface. Now, Google got that from a thread that I made on how SEO is changing. And I made this thread, I put it up on X, and I put it up on Meta Threads. And Google took this post on that thread. It was part of a longer thread. It was 2 consecutive posts in the thread. And the first post said, what are compact keywords? And then the second post explained things more. The first post actually gave more details, but it gave examples. And then the second post explained it with bullet points. And Google grabbed this because I used a question that people are going to ask, what are compact keywords? And then I broke down the answer in a very, very succinct format. And Google used that for the FAQ. And it had me thinking, because I see this all the time with brand names, especially, that if you want to control the narrative, write about yourself in different sources across the internet, because Google loves variety. And then use the type of questions that people are going to ask and then put answers after that. And you control the narrative for your brand. Why is this important? Here's why. Okay, this is a quote from the Entrepreneur subreddit. And I shared this a long time ago on the podcast on episode 648, how PR pros manufacture credibility and how to copy them on a budget. That was a cool episode. So this quote said, and it's about somebody who was doing public relations. They weren't doing it for this purpose, but then it ended up really shortening their sales cycles. The person said, we were mainly doing PR, public relations, to raise general brand awareness, sort of like an extension of our other marketing efforts. But what we noticed was that we began having a much easier time converting our incoming leads from our usual promotional activities that had no relation to our ongoing marketing campaigns. The time we spent in the nurturing/consideration stage went down considerably. We were being prompted to present fewer case studies, answer fewer questions, do fewer exploration calls. It's like the typical customer journey lost several of its crucial steps, just went straight from general awareness to conversion. So basically what was happening was this person would meet potential clients at trade shows and so. The potential client would do due diligence and would Google the brand name, see what they could find about this person, about this person's brand, if they were a good fit. And then that potential client was coming across a variety of articles. They were in top publications, and that definitely helped. But the articles were just saying about the client what they wanted, because that's what a press release is. And that's what public relations are. And so these clients could have found that out by just looking at it on this person's website. The potential clients could have seen this by just looking on the person's website, but actually hearing it in other places was really valuable. And I'm going to tell you what some people might do to exploit this. Some people, they might have other accounts just put up a harmless thread on X, on Threads, on LinkedIn, saying something nice about their company with language that people will use to ask questions. Is so-and-so a good company? What do customers say about this company? And Google, because it likes variety, picks those up from different places, features it in the search results really high. And then people who are doing due diligence, considering to go with a company, to go with a brand, they see this, they go, okay, let's do it. And it shortens the sales cycles a lot. It reminded me of image SEO and how images of your brand are sourced from lots of different places. I talk about this all the time on this show. I've explored image search engine optimization, getting images of your brand to show on Google Images. I've explored it a lot. Or just getting your brand to show for different keywords. I've explored that too. And the number one thing that I've seen that Google really likes, it likes a variety of sources for images. So if you Google my name, you see images of me from podcasts that I've been on, from this podcast, so it's podcasts that I've been on and this podcast, from my socials, from Instagram, from TikTok, from X, from LinkedIn, from Facebook, from articles that I've been in, from my photos page in my footer. I literally created a photos page in my footer with tons of photos of me that Google Images could use or that press could use, so and so. And then other pages on my site, my contact page, a build in public page, my home page. Google likes variety, so the name of the game is having good things about you in a variety of places because Google picks those up and then using the language. It's user-generated content and using the language to describe your company that people would actually naturally ask when asking about your company. Something else that I like about this is another one of those learn how to do good marketing and your SEO will benefit type of things. Like practice your copywriting so you're describing your brand well and you're knowing how to describe your brand when it comes to questions about your brand, thinking of potential questions about your brand, having concise answers, practicing your public relations. That's another thing. Practice your public relations so you appear in tons of different places to qualified audiences. Work on your social media. So Google has lots about you to take from social media and you're growing on all of these different channels and you're also growing in SEO. Do the marketing exercises that I mentioned on this show, 3 marketing exercises every marketer should try. That was a great episode. The third marketing exercise there, that one really changed my life, but the first 2 are more SEO related, copywriting and SEO related. Those exercises will help a ton. Do all of these things. There's a reason that pretty much every guest who comes onto this show, every SEO guest who comes onto this show, they all say, even people who've been in SEO for decades, who love SEO, they still all say make sure that you are active on other marketing channels because it all benefits your SEO. It's way harder to just do SEO without trying to do marketing in other places. So I thought this was a cool lesson. I thought it was just a cool finding that you could describe your company using language that people are going to ask for your company. Google is going to quote that, and then potential buyers are going to see that. That's so cool. So I hope you thought this was cool too. This is episode 780 of my daily digital marketing podcast, 780 days in a row doing this crazy podcast. No days missed. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.